Hey guys, what's up? Justin Lucas here. Want to introduce a really cool and one of my favorite little baits. This is the Berkley Spin Bomb. It comes in one size, about 6 or 7 colors, and this is a great bait when you're fishing ultra shallow water. You're either fishing off the bank or in a kayak or even in a boat, doesn't matter, but you're targeting that, less than 2 foot zone. Really phenomenal bait, especially if there's bluegill around, bluegill beds. That's when this type of little fat prop bait seems to do the best. So it's gonna come with a feathered treble hook, again, like its bigger brother, the Spin Rocket. The Spin Bomb is gonna have those nice plastic blades that spin really freely and give it that unique sound that plastic does in the water on a prop like that. It casts extremely well. It's a heavy little bait, very buoyant, nice high float to it, and the Berkley Fusion treble hooks. We already talked about the feather on the back, but these hooks are extremely sharp. You can cut this bait right out of the package, tear it right out of the package, whatever, and tie it on, and you can be confident you're gonna have a bait that's gonna work really well for you and have great hooks on it. So let's get out on the water and I'll show you my setup and where I would throw this bait. Dude, that was a good one. I hope you guys saw that. I missed him. I think that was my fault. I fooled. I got a little too excited right there. We're coming back in here, throwing this Berkley Spin Bomb, and this is a bait like its bigger brother, the Spin Rocket, that you want to throw when that water temp starts getting right around 60. Once they start moving up to spawn, this is a bait that you 100% want to be throwing. And the beautiful thing about it is you throw it out there, let all the ripples get away. You can fish it really, really, really slow. So even if the water's cooler, unlike a faster bait like a Chopo or cane walk or something, we're gonna work a lot faster. This bait is a slow bait. And even though the water's cooler, when we start throwing it around 60 degrees, it doesn't matter, because even though those fish are a little bit lethargic still, when you keep it right above their heads for a long period of time, they're willing to come up and get it. And we're looking for the calmest areas to throw this. That's why we're getting back in here, kind of tucked up between these docks, making multiple casts. It's also great after the bass spawn, when the bluegill start spawning. This little fat bodied prop bait in the MF bluegill color and the ghost bluegill, both deadly around brim beds. You fish this thing really slow. And just like the Spin Rocket, because of those plastic blades, you don't have to twitch this thing very hard. It's not a really aggressive action. It's just little light twitches in the rod tip, just enough to get those blades to turn, kind of make that little noise that we're looking for right there. You see the little bubble trail it's leaving too. That's always a good sign. Fun way to fish, that's for sure. And you can't really cast this thing too shallow. Like up here, I see a couple light spots, probably some brim beds, so I'm gonna give it a little whirl up there. And especially in those shallow spots, man, let it sit longer. Just a couple little twitches just like that. If you guys fish off the bank or in ponds, little creeks, stuff like that, this is one of my favorite baits to take when we go to the pond at my father-in-law's house, or when we go kayaking in the little river. It's just that little size gets bit by a lot of fish, a lot of 1.5 to 3.5 pound fish on this type of bait. So as far as my gear goes for the Spin Bomb, I'm always gonna throw it on shorter rod. You see us up here weaving in and out of these docks, casting under the docks. A lot of tight little casts, so I'm gonna throw a 7-foot medium rod, and then I'm gonna throw a fast reel, 8-to-1, because all I'm doing is picking up the slack with the reel. 30-pound braid to 14-pound mono leader, and that's it. And for me, it's a Veritas medium, 7-foot, an MGX 8-to-1, 30-pound X9 braid, and 14-pound Berkley XT mono. It's a fun way to fish though, guys. Get you a Spin Bomb, check it out, enjoy the bites you get on it.